All right, what is going on, beautiful people? Hope you're having a beautiful day because I'm having a beautiful day. So guys, something we can all agree on is starting out is hard in just about anything in life, right? When you start something new, there is a learning curve and you're going to make some mistakes along the way. And I can account that over the past 4 to 5 years that I've been training, I've made just about every mistake in the book. So guys, I have made the mistakes and learned from them. So what I wanted to do in this video is share those mistakes with you so that you can avoid them across your journey and escalate those gains. Alright guys, so as you can see by the title, I'm going to be taking you through the top 3 things that I wish I knew when I first started out. So I'm not going to talk too much, let's just jump straight into the 3 lessons. Power guys, alright, lesson number 1 that I wish I knew when I started was that form is everything, and I mean everything, dude. Absolutely everything. If you're trying to grow a bicep, right, if your form is sloppy and you're not doing this, if you're not just contracting the bicep, it won't grow, it won't respond, it won't adapt. So form is absolutely everything. And when I started off, my form was shocking. All I really cared about was my ego, was getting in the gym and lifting as much weight as my body could possibly handle, even if it meant that I wasn't actually growing in the certain areas or building a nice physique, which was my end goal. So guys, form over weight. The biggest thing that you could take away from this video, okay, is leaving your ego at the door. If your goal is aesthetics or even powerlifting for that matter, right, there is a certain way to do things to optimize your results. And that's something you need to get used to, is not trying to heave up the most weight that you possibly can, but instead trying to execute the reps as best as you possibly can. Believe me, 3 very well executed reps would be better than 30 sloppy reps. So that is the number 1 takeaway: form over weight. Power, right guys, so number 2 lesson that I wish I knew when I first started was more is not always better. We all understand the saying that less is sometimes more, and that could not be truer for bodybuilding or weightlifting or resistance training in general. Now, more isn't always better. Now, when I first started out, I did not grasp this concept whatsoever, right? I thought, you know what, why not do more? Why wouldn't I just do more if I wanted quicker results? You know, if I do twice as much in the gym, then, you know, 2 + 2 = 4, you know what I'm saying? -1, that's 3 quick maths. Enough joking around. But anyway, guys, when I did start off, I went every single day. Now, not just every single day, but almost 2 times a day at some point. And for sometimes it would be north of 2.5 hours training, just straight up resistance. Now, not only that, but I would train probably like every body part just about every day. Well, I'd at least train arms every day because I thought, you know what, if I train arms every day, they're gonna grow, man, they're gonna grow. Now that is not a great way to think about it, because I want you to remember something, that more isn't always better. And that is 100% true for bodybuilding, okay? The reason is, guys, you have a limited reserve for recovery, right? So if you haven't fully recovered, then how can you expect to go back in the gym and improve? Let's say that you go into the gym one day, okay? You hit chest and you absolutely annihilate the chest. As per se, the muscle fibers and even your central nervous system has taken quite a hit. So what needs to happen is recovery, okay? Now, if you don't wait long enough to train that particular muscle group, or even, again, train any other body part for your central nervous system to recover, then guess what? You're not going to have a very optimal workout that next time because you haven't fully recovered. Not to mention there is prolonged fatigue, okay? So if you continue to beat yourself into the ground, you'll eventually get to a point where you'll start to regress. And that's not good, yeah? You'll start to move backwards. The whole idea of bodybuilding is progression. The key here, guys, is longevity. It's about going for as long as you possibly can with improvements, with progression, okay? So if you go really hard, really quickly, it doesn't mean you're gonna get double the amount of results. It just means you're gonna burn out quicker. So understand, guys, that more isn't always better, and sometimes you need to do less to make more progress over a certain period of time. Now, you might be saying to yourself right now, but Fraser, you train like pretty much every bloody day, right? And that is true, right? But I'm not beating myself to the ground in every single workout, nor am I a beginner, right? I have worked up to this work volume. My body is capable of handling that. But as a beginner, right, anything is going to take a major hit on your central nervous system and your muscles, right? So you need to recover from that. So the best course of action, right, if you are a beginner, is to go for something that is high intensity and low frequency, right? Something like an upper lower split or a full body split, focusing predominantly on the main lifts and not going absolutely crazy on your biceps, which I know you're tempted to do. Yeah, everyone wants to go into the gym and grow the biceps, but mate, there's bigger fish to fry. So anyway, guys, that is tip number 2. More is not always better. Pow! All right, guys. So lesson number 3 that I wish I knew when I started off is going to be the fact that you can stay lean on a bulk. Contrary to prior belief and common people's ideologies, you can actually bulk up, get this, you can put muscle on and not have to put on a copious amount of fat, which is the course that I like to go down, but is the course that a lot of people think just is not possible. Okay, but it is possible. It is possible. You can put on muscle mass whilst limiting the fat stores. Now, fat storage is still gonna come. It's just by collateral of being in a caloric surplus. You're going to store a little bit of fat. But the key here, guys, is to limit it, is to not be like, all right, I'm just gonna turbo bulk because why not? That's why I see all the bodybuilders do it. It's what I see everyone do. They just turbo bulk and then turbo cut. That's not something you have to do. But however, guys, so when I did start off, this was my actual ideology. I thought, okay, I just need to go on a full turbo bulk. I have to go absolutely ham, seafood dieted up, and absolutely eat anything that is in sight. Now, I also was following something called If It Fits Your Macros. Now, this is not bad, right? I still track my macros, but I'm not following the whole if it fits your macros ideology of, you know, as long as it fits your macros, you can eat that freaking 2,000 calorie cake. You know, I'm not following that kind of thing, which I kind of was when I first started. Right, I would just try and make absolutely anything fit into my macros. And as such, I looked like shit. I'll be honest, man, I looked like a freaking cloud. Yeah, I just blew the hell up. I probably put on 10 kilos within the span of maybe like 4 to 5 weeks. Who knows? I can't really remember. It was quite a long time ago. But anyway, guys, I did blow up overnight. Now, by blow up, I didn't mean my biceps just grew like 20 inches in one night. No, I meant like I stored every bit of calorie that I consumed as fat, and that fat was not fun to lose. I'll be completely honest with you guys. So something that I want you guys to understand is you can do it the lean bulking way. You can limit the amount of fat that you put on while still making progress within the gym. That all comes down to your training and the size of your caloric surplus. So my recommendations for the lean bulk, okay? I'll give you 3 scenarios, okay? If you are a brand newbie, if you have been training for 1 or more years, and if you have been training for 2 or more years, okay? So for a beginner, I would recommend putting on 2% of your lean body mass per month. For the person who's been training for 1 or more years, I would recommend putting on 1 to 1.5% of your total body weight per month. And for the person who's been training consistently for more than 2 years, I would recommend putting on 0.5 to 1% per month. Now that is a very, very solid rate of weight gain, which will allow you to have enough energy within the gym as long as you're eating good foods, and then also be able to recover after your workout and store that muscle mass, dude. So guys, that is lesson number 3. And honestly, it would probably be the biggest takeaway from this video is that you can bulk up and stay lean while doing so. All right, guys, so that is 3 lessons that I wish I knew when I started. I wanted to share those with you guys because honestly, if I knew those when I first started off, I would be a lot further along on my journey. So I wanna provide you guys with that. Hopefully you can take that and apply that to your own training. You don't even have to be a beginner. You could have already been training for 1 or 2 or 3 years, but you might have been doing it, you know, a little bit incorrectly. You might have been making a few of these mistakes. So hopefully I shone a light on those mistakes, especially the form one. I guarantee you guys, some of you guys watching this, your form won't be as good as you probably think it is. And form over weight, execution is the absolute key when it comes to weightlifting, guys. So anyway, if you are new here, do subscribe because I post videos just like this one multiple times per week. I guarantee you will not regret it. If you had a fun time here, I guarantee you'll like the other videos that are coming. So if you did actually enjoy this video, drop a like and then comment down below if any of the 3 tips may have resonated with you. And I am just gonna wrap the video up here. I hope you enjoyed watching because I enjoyed making it. I'll catch you in the next one later.